Alright, hello all. Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So here we are. We're about to be jumping into the Rose Zamasu fight. And you may see someone very interesting on the team here. Mini Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Now, with Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, right, I mean, his initial release, we can all I don't know, like I don't think he was as bad as people gave him credit for, or rather, I say credit for, but maybe as bad as people made him out to be, especially because I used him in the GDC content era, and he seemed to be pretty decent. But I do have him at 79%. I do have the special equips for him. Besides the gold one, I have a dodge defense on him, and I'm just really excited to try this guy out with the adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta support. I have not done that yet. Also for these, so I do want to jump into all the fights again in general. I do now have, they're still 55%, but I have these guys linked level 10 now. I have the equips on them. Although Vegeta, I went for not the new sort of special equips to him, but rather just like a mix of additional dodge, or not dodge, excuse me, crit, I think is best for him. Also, I do want to flip between the fights with using rainbowed versions of the friends, and just this way, trying out mini Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, trying these guys out at 55%, but like fully maxed out, and also trying out rainbow versions of them. That way, I can get a better idea of how I feel about all these characters uh, in general, right? So we'll see what happens. But without further ado, here, I mean, let's jump in. Hopefully, we can get mini Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta to cook, and we are getting him turn 1. Uh, okay, well, I know what I want to do here. So let's jump in. I'm really excited for this.
Not bad.
Okay, so while I do agree with the notion that this is actually kind of bad in a sense. Oh, this is kind of unfortunate actually. So I do agree with the notion that I don't know. I thought this guy's support was going to be insane at first. Like, guard support, multi-turn guard support. Like, what the hell? But, you know, I did try in the initial, like, showcases using, like, Glorio, for example, and you used to get, like, nailed by these AoEs. I couldn't get the turn 4. So, well, I think the support isn't as good as I initially thought it was. I will say, for Vegeta here, right? A really good strength that he has is he has the Scouter and the extra damage reduction turn 1. So, realistically, what you would want to do with this guy, I think, typically, is... And it's a little unfortunate we got him turn 1 and Vegeta slot 7, because it's literally worst case scenario, right? But I think what you would actually want to do with this guy is turn 1, probably for the most part, you'd want to float him off if you have him turn 1. But turn 2, keep him on the rotation. Like, you just really want to get Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta's support up, which, once again, him being in... This is actually really, really unfortunate, him slot 7. I will play this out because this is something that's going to happen, but this is genuinely worst case scenario. Because even if it was Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta appearing initially, and then, you know, instead we have, you know, Mini Super Saiyan 3 slot 7. Well, guess what? What we do there is we float off Adult Super Saiyan 3 first turn, right? So then Mini Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta's first turn, he would have, well, I suppose actually I probably should have showed his start of turn defense, huh? He's gonna, or he even dodged it, okay. I was gonna say, he would just like flat out tank that though. He has type advantage. He has 90% damage reduction this turn. Or actually, no, false alarm. He has 98% damage reduction this turn. because of a double Adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So, like, he is just gonna be, he's gonna have a huge glow up from this team. I really do think so. And I'm so, like, happy that that's the timeline we are in. That this guy is potentially going to look pretty crazy. Now that damage is not so great there, unfortunately. I think that is certainly, I mean, that's more of an issue with how Dokkan has handled power creep within the last year and a half, as opposed to an issue with Vegeta, I feel. It's not Vegeta's fault that they decided, for whatever dumb fucking reason, that they had to power creep STRP's Gohan and Tech Vegeta. Which is why I at least think we had so much power creep relatively recently. It's because they were so damn set to get those guys out of the meta. It's like, okay, well, why'd you make them that strong then? If you had such an issue with how strong they are, why'd you make them that strong? Like, it was just a stupid fucking decision. So, I mean, it's really unfortunate, but I'm hoping that they decide, okay, now's the time to calm shit down, right? Because I really do think that we can get, this is actually really unfortunate, because, you know, mine, or rather the friend one is coming over here. I think this is probably the best thing I can do to split him. I don't know. Well, now, okay, no, we can still get him now. I was gonna say, if his key issues, Dokkan, they did too much power creep recently, relatively recently at least. And, I mean, this guy's damage, once again, it's gonna be so unimpressive. Well, that's, speaking of, really, Piccolo? Brother, you have a 90% chance to dodge turn 1. Okay, man, sure. Whatever. Can I at least get a better setup this time around? This is fine so long as Adult Super Saiyan 3, and this is perfect. Because he's even in slot 7, so we don't have to worry about the lock in this fight. So what we do here, right, is we just float him off immediately. And then when he comes back around, because Vegeta's support is 4th turn from start of battle, immediately we're going to have the guard support. We're going to be able to get that. Which is just, like, it's going to do so much for Mini Super Saiyan 3. I think, genuinely, he is probably going to be one of the better tanks in the game. As crazy as that may sound, with this support. Oh, god damn, seriously? Dude, Piccolo! Are you good, bro? What is happening here? 90% chance to dodge, by the way. Just, seriously? Oh my god. He's getting fucking smoked out here. I need you to lock in, Piccolo. God damn, do I need to replace you? What the fuck? He's been a very effective character for me, but that shit, we could not have that. And I like Majin Buu, but I think that Piccolo probably is going to be a better character for this team, because he can situationally go slot 1 immediately, but he also doesn't need to slot 1 of his turns like Buu does, which would really mess up the rotations. But also, I think the crit support is actually going to be very helpful for this team, of course. Ooh! I got the hidden potential additional super on Goma. So that's 40% SA phase support for 2 turns, is what that is. So this turn and then next turn. And then Vegeta here, I mean, he's just gonna tank Rose Super. It doesn't really matter. Now, sure, we have hit Rose at this point with the AoE, but even still, I mean, we have 98% to. Well, actually, huh? How does the support's actually not up right now, isn't it? Now that I think about it, the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, well, it's not like the intro animation. Ooh. Yeah, it's not like the intro animation is playing this turn because I have the once a day on. But his intro, it is intro support. So while intro support is really good because it hits all the rotations like the second this guy comes up, it actually was not up there. So Vegeta only had 90% damage. Well, actually, no. False alarm. He had 70% damage reduction because he wasn't in slot 1. So take that as you will. That he took a decent bit of damage there, but that was only 70% damage reduction. That was literally, we had Goma and Mini Piccolo support, but besides that, it was just him, right? So now we run into the issues though of oh no, I can still huge. I was gonna say now we run into the issues that Adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku has, where the good old key spheres don't like to be too nice, but we were actually able to play around it there, which is good. Yeah, so I don't know. I think this is probably. The thing is, you have to consider, you still need to, because I definitely think that double Adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku is probably going to be the way to go. Which does mean you could get a little unlucky with, where Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is. EX Super is huge. But I do think, this guard support, like Mini Super Saiyan 3, is genuinely going to be one of the better TURs in the game. I really do think so, especially when you consider all the other support on this team. You have like Phase 2 support from 4Q, you have the SA Phase support from both the LRs. Okay, another EX Super, that's huge. Like, I think they did a great job with him. So I didn't look at his defense yet. I should have before. But when we get over to, or rather when we get him on turn 4, he is going to look very, very good, I think. So already, we're going to have the... Ooh, that's unfortunate. Already, we're going to have the 20% SA phase support from Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta here, because that lasts for the EX Super, lasts for 3 turns. So when we come back on this rotation, it's still active. I failed both the EX Supers on these guys. Are you kidding me? There's no way. I failed both? Bro. What the fuck? That's some bullshit. That's what that is. God damn it. You gotta be kidding me. I haven't had as bad luck as it seems a lot of people have with this EX Super, but that's just... Like, come on, man. Are you fucking kidding me? Now, I could use Goma Giant here. I don't want to, though. I don't want to kill this, or rather end this, I suppose, maybe. A bit faster than we could. I really want to let Vegeta have his chance to shine. Now, that being said, I suppose actually if I do this, and then we get the physical key spheres next turn, should be fine. Okay, Goma, I need you to dodge, buddy. I would like you to maintain your damage reduction as long as possible. Thank you. Now, hopefully that did proc his, additional 12 key, and then, we can get the 40% SA phase support, because if we get the hidden potential too. Because in that scenario, we'd actually be having 60% SA phase support for Mini Super Saiyan 3. Okay, so no, we did get the hidden potential, but it's just the normal. So that means Mini Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, we have 40% SA phase support for. And he does have his own sort of stack for 3 turns. But it's 3 turns, not 4 turns. So next turn, we're actually... I suppose we're going to have Mini 4Q support up too, the 20% phase 2. But we're not going to have anything from Mini Vegeta. So when we take a look at him, it's going to be 20% SA phase, or rather phase 2 from Mini 4Q, and then the 40% SA phase total is all the support he's going to have up. And I think this guy, once again, he's going to be really insane. Well, I suppose we're going to have the intro supports up from both Adult Super Saiyan 4 Gokus, which not only is the damage reduction pretty insane, I feel like a lot of people aren't really going to... for the LRs, it doesn't make the biggest difference, but I feel like a lot of people aren't really going to give a lot of credit to like how strong the Phase 1 support is going to be for Vegeta. Because it really is going to make a huge difference. I do think so. So, let's see what Vegeta's going to be at. But, and we'll go over his stats and why it makes such a big difference. But he's just... I don't know. He's going to look crazy here. So we don't have to worry about the lock anymore, thankfully. And we can do this, which puts him at 5 out of 7. So we're at 434,057. Which does not sound like a lot of defense. Now, Vegeta, so as you can see here, we actually do not have the guard support yet. God damn. 1.6 mil. Start a turn. Yeah, all the support on this team is crazy. So for Vegeta here, right? Once again, so he has two different sort of SA effects here. The 33% support to allies does not hit himself. However, that will be a pretty big buff to, you know, Adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku or Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. This will be pretty helpful, I do think. But specifically here, so he does raise his attack and defense by 33% for 3 turns. This is the 4th turn, so we don't have any of that up. And as for his passive, so he only has 200% phase 1 defense. So while for a character, and we could show, you know, like Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, where he has 630% base, and technically speaking, you know, with this or this, you know, you can get 650, 660, and also, I mean, a double Adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku support, 23% for both, phase 1. Like, when you're stacking phase 1 onto phase 1, it doesn't do too much. But Vegeta, he does not have a lot of phase 1. So that phase 1 support, I mean, it does actually make a pretty big difference for him. So right now, Vegeta has 78% damage reduction. He doesn't have the support up from Vegeta just yet. And I mean, let's just play the turn out. I think, hopefully, we could see the super from Rose hit him. Because that would be really crazy to see. I'm going to not use either of these guys' actives. Just because I do want to, you know, let Vegeta cook here. Give him a chance to shine. I do want to see more of the LRs, but this is really more so, I want to see what Vegeta is doing. So hopefully the super's hitting him. Okay, not the first attack, but, I mean, Rose, 16.7. I mean, I suppose we do have several of our links here, but that's without any of his attack stacks. 17.6. And then, I mean, his active skill also gives him the 33% active, you know, attack buff for 1 turn, so 18.6. I mean, I suppose, technically speaking, he could probably actually get up to some pretty decently high numbers. Ah, damn it. That's so unfortunate. So I guess the super's at the end here. Which I suppose, at the same time, this is technically also going to show the power of Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. And you may be like, okay, how? Well, once again, that 33% support per super. So that's hitting all allies within the turn, which hits the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. We got 3 supers, that's 99% SA phase. Right? Now, Super Saiyan 4 Goku literally at max can get 30% SA phase from his own kit. So when you consider all the support, like this guy is just like the best tank in the game. Here, double digits, right? Yep. Now, I'm not sure, I mean, how much does it take to fully build up Rose? 10 hits? I mean, we were practically, if not already, fully built up there. And double digits. Which is a 20 mil plus super. So it's like the fact that he could do that. Now, Goma here, we've only received 1 hit, so I do want to put him slot 1. Yeah, see, mine's at 885,000, not only being 55%. I mean, I do have the equips on him, but also, you know, we don't have... So we had Goma support last turn, but we also had, you know, Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta support from the previous turn. Like, there was just so much support at the start of the turn. So here we actually get screwed. Damn it. Dude, this guy's key mechanic is so erg. Dude, why did they... Piccolo's guaranteed to dodge here, so I'll just play like this. I genuinely do not understand why they decided it was a good idea to make... I don't know, because the thing is, like, I think at this point I am 68.3, by the way, no big bit bosses, no more than meets the eye, no thirst for conquest. 55%. Just casual stuff. I do not understand why they decided. Okay, well, Goma, thank you. At least you're not in harm's way now. I don't understand why they decided, like... So, from a Tech Key Sphere, Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta gets 5 key. From an STR Key Sphere, Super Saiyan 4 Goku gets 6 key. So getting more key from his own type is nice. However, Goku only gets 2 key from every other type, while Vegeta gets 3 key from every other type. So, especially when Vegeta only needs 23 key, where Goku needs 24, it doesn't sound like that big of a difference, honestly. But in action, I have found several times that it really does. You can actually feel that. So we should be able to use... Yes, we can. This guy's active here. So we're at nearly 600k start a turn. This is with 3 of his stacks. I honestly... This is a little thing... This will be a little hard to keep track of everything. So we don't have many 4Q support right now. We got, what, 1 EX Super from Adult Super Saiyan 3 before? And then we had 1 Super from Goma, so I think we have 30% SA phase support, and that's it. I think. What I would like to do here... So, let me do Mini 4Q first. That way we get the support to Vegeta, then we'll use Mini Vegeta's active. This has genuinely been forever since I've seen this play. God damn! I did a bit more damage than I thought I was going to. Maybe I shouldn't have used, fuck. I probably shouldn't have used Mini 4Q active, huh? I just really wanted to try and, like, juice this guy up. So, hopefully we see the super here. That would be huge. No! Damn it! Because he's gonna kill. At 24.9 first super. And this is... So we have 1 EX super up from STR Goku, but I think that's it. That's crazy. Nearly a 25 mil on this guy. I mean, mine's only 79%. And I as you can see, I mean, I have a defensive build for him. I don't know. I mean, I think it's just going to be a really crazy TUR now. So let's jump in here again. I don't know, like, how many attempts I'm going to do entirely. This may honestly be the last one. Please be Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Turn 2, yes. See, and, like, this is... So long as... I mean, with a fight like this, we can get screwed over by the lock. Let's see if we do. We did not. That is huge. So, I mean, in locking fights, it's not going to be as an effective strat. But just... I mean, turn 1, you get a scouter, so you know where to put people if you can. And you just float them off so long as... I mean, you definitely, for this sort of, like, using Mini Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, you are really going to want Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta to start out on the second turn. It is going to be very, very, like, necessary to how this is going to play out. I really do think so. EX Super immediately, that's huge. I mean, the attack support, I mean, for this turn, next turn, will certainly be pretty nice. So I don't know, like, I think he's genuinely, like, he's crazy now. I mean, we haven't seen him against Rose's Super yet, but once again, he's going to have 78%, well, I suppose, so, this turn versus Rose Super, we actually have 74% damage reduction once again. He has the additional 20% in slot 1. But we're not actually, you know, we're not in slot 1. But he still has the 20% extra for his, you know, 1 turn from his intro effect. So, he does have, and that's a 13.8. He has 74% damage reduction here. He has the 23% phase 1 support. He has Mini Piccolo's 70% phase 1 support. We did actually, from the sort of AoE, We have received an attack, so he has the guaranteed additional super. And then, hopefully, hit a potential. I did not proc it, unfortunately. So what do we take from Mose this time? 134k. We took, what, 200 some odd thousand last time, I believe? So, I mean, still taking a bit of damage here. But once we get him fully set up and everything, I really don't think he's going to. Come on, man. Dude, this fucker's key mechanic is so annoying. Urgh, guy. Dude, it is just so frustrating. It really is. I feel like I haven't had the best luck with Vegeta's EX Supers. And I think I don't know. Vegeta has lower floors but higher ceilings. He's a lot, or Goku's a lot more consistent than Vegeta is, for sure. I don't know. It's just like the key mechanic, it just feels so annoying. It really does. And it's just like, I mean, sure, we can run easy a Carnival Super Saiyan Goku, but I actually despise him. And it's like, it'd be one thing. I think they really screwed him over, too, because it's like, if he was actually at his best on the Daima team, that'd be one thing. Or rather, on the, I suppose, the Goku team, you know? Because he's on the full 220. I figured he would end up being on one of their 220s. So, the thing with him is there's actually... This team does have a lot of various supports, but it's pretty much exclusive to the Daima category, or Dragon Ball Seeker, or Demonic Power. The SA phase support that's not, like, restricted. The thing with that you have to consider is it doesn't really, like, matter too much because that character already, from the 12 key effect, gets stacks for 5 turns. So it's like, they don't actually really benefit from being on this team besides having a 220 lead, which I've already used that character on a 220 lead. I'm not a fan. Straight up, I am not a fan. I think that character definitely deserved to be significantly better. Especially as our first Carnival LR EZA, like, I don't know. If at least, you know, we're talking 50% SA phase support for 2 turns, the key support which would help Super Saiyan 4 Goku out, 50%. So if he had 2 turn support on both of his supports, I'd actually like him quite a decent bit more, but, you know, as he's designed now, it just sort of feels like, you know, like what's the point, right? Like, I don't know. I really would have preferred if they did a better job with that ECA. I don't know how many people really... It seems like there's at least some people that really like the character, and, you know, that if you like them, I mean, that's genuinely good for you. Like, you know, good opinions, or rather, good opinions, different opinions are a good thing. Like, it makes things interesting, right? Like, everyone thought the exact same thing about everything. Like, what's the point of the community, right? Like, it makes it fun. That being said, like, I don't know. I mean, that character, especially because I have a lot of seemingly, like, horrific luck with the crit, the 50% crit, as well as the baseline guaranteed additional 50% to be a super. Like, I just consistently have pretty, like, awful luck with that character, and it's just like, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of their EZA. I don't even think... So, when I do my tier list, I do top 15s. I mean, my pre-11th anniversary one's been out for a little while. I'm not a fan of that character. I'm also... I mean, I'm using double Adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku right now. I don't know. I do need to use more of Rainbow Vegeta just to get a better idea of how much I like him, but I just think this is like the superior setup. So this is actually good to see here. So I think we literally have one EX Super buff from Adult Super Saiyan 3. Did we get the Goma support last turn, right? I'm actually blanking now. But we certainly don't have many 4Q support, so Rose is not really that built up here. But let's see what happens. Can we... Are we going to cook, or are we going to get cooked here? Shit. Dude, I fucked it. Is this going to play out correctly? Yes, huge. His key mechanic, it's just... Okay, hopefully post-super here, we do get hit by Rose Super. That would be really nice. So we have the 2 guaranteed supers here. You know, the base one as well as for receiving an attack. Hopefully, I did show my hidden potential build. I have a lot of additional on this guy, so hopefully we can get the hidden potential. Let's see. We do not. We don't get hit by the super either. That is so unfortunate. I want to show him like tanking a Rose Super. That's really what I want to show here. Because he will, I mean, I guess I could be wrong, but he definitely should tank it. And I feel like that's something worth seeing. Now, at least, so, if, like, Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta gets hit here, I think, actually, mini Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta support actually could end up saving the day, unironically. Okay, no EX Super. 80 mil. Like, this guy's 55%. Like, I know he's linked level 10, but... Like, it's so crazy to see what he can do. Okay, so we are getting hit by the super. 68% damage reduction guard. Let's see how much we take. 1,048,000. No. Yeah, I mean... I do the calcs, and it's like... That is a scenario we would live there if we had mini 4Q support up. That's why I think like getting mini 4Q, Adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I mean that's definitely the way you want to go about things, but it unfortunately did not work out that way this run. Because I mean he doesn't have any phase 2 defense, so that 20%, it's a true 20%. But still, I mean, considering the amount of HP we have, by the way, I mean 1,048,000, I mean, I think literally if that hidden potential had been a super instead of a normal, especially if it was an EX super, or if Mini Vegeta had given me a hidden potential additional super, I think we would have lived there. However, I mean, this is already starting to get a little long here, but I would like to jump in here again. I guess we're using a 79% one. I would like to jump in here again, and I mean, I'm not going to keep going and going and going and going until we get what I want to see, but okay, this is going to be a pretty good turn here. I am, as so long as I can float off Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, I suppose. Let's see. Of course I can. Like, why would I be able to? And that's so annoying, because, watch, this is going to be the run where... God damn it, dude. Fuck. Okay, I suppose what I could do here, if the game lets me, is I could float off Mini Vegeta next turn. And that would still work, because he would be, you know, slot 1. I mean, I'm not going to really do damage this turn anyway, because Mr. No Key is at play here. Like, I mean, once you get a couple of turns in, it's not, like, that big of an issue, usually, but... I don't know, man. Like, this mechanic is so frustrating, because, I mean, as you can see here... I mean, what do I do next turn? Well, I might actually just be barely fine. I think I might be barely fine next turn. I don't know how many int key spheres that is, actually. But it's... His key mechanic, it's just... Once you get a couple of turns in, you can really set things up, get things going. He's pretty consistently able to hit his 24 key, but... You know, Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, I've practically never had... I think I've had like once or twice, literally, where I haven't been able to get his 23 key. Because his mechanic is just, like, so much better. Like, you don't really have to fight it. It just... even when you don't get the tech key spheres, it's just like naturally, you just get it. Like you just for playing the game, you get it, and it's, I don't know. Especially with like his active, I saw a lot of people don't really like his active. I disagree with that. I think with both of these LRs, especially considering you're usually going to be, you know, as long as you have your own 2 copies, you're going to be running a friendly. So you're running 3 of them. Like I feel like the key support is actually pretty nice personally. I could definitely, I agree that like Goku's, you know, like just crit, like guaranteed crit, like he there's already so much crit he gets, like that effect should have been better, for sure. I think maybe like an attack break or something, right? Cause I don't want to say like a stun, because I mean stun is practically useless, but you know, like Goma after he got hit by that Kamehameha, even though he recovered, because it was the 3rd eye, I mean he's like damn, you know, like he was hurting from that shit. So like I think if they, like, I don't want to say like a Ghost Usher, that'd be too strong, but like an attack break, I feel like that would have been a nice compliment to Super Saiyan 4 Goku's kit. Vegeta, the best thing they could say is maybe like, and they probably wouldn't like this, but like maybe 33% attack and defense support for like 3 turns or something as well. Like they could have made it stronger, but I don't know. I feel like, because they'd want to play into the 3 theme, I think. And it's like, I don't, maybe they give him 33% attack and defense support for 1 turn. 30 turns, especially if you're running double Vegeta, I think would just be way too powerful, right? Okay, so this is actually interesting here. So we can put Vegeta slot 1. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean this, damn it. This is going to be interesting, though. So, he actually, even though we're not going to have the guard support, he does have, in this scenario, I suppose we can do this. He does have 98% damage reduction. Now, we can see the supers at the end there, but there's literally nothing any boss in the game could do to Vegeta right now to kill him. Nothing. Well, I suppose any real boss, I guess. Like, I mean, I don't know, what is the Pink Zone stage with, like, Mai, where she does, like, a 999 mil, 999,999 damage super? Like, I mean, yeah, sure, that'll kill him, but I mean, if you just think about this, 98% cut, right? So if he were to get hit by a 100 mil super, that cuts 98 million out of it. Only 2 mil sitting there. He's living that because of his phase 2 defense. Like he take a lot of damage, but you know, turn 1, if you have both the Super Saiyan 4 Goku supports up, nothing can, for all intents and purposes, damage him. With him in slot 1 at least. Now, once again, I mean, our guard here is kind of got screwed, but I still think even without the guard, Vegeta, I mean, we're going to have 78% damage reduction. He should still be very effective defensively, especially if we get, like, you know, mini 4Q support up the turn before. Hopefully, you know, Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, like, once again, this is going to be like a sort of, like, bad case here, but I still think even this run, like, he's going to be very effective. Yeah, this is just, damn it. This is so unfortunate. Okay, Piccolo here. I mean, thankfully this is Piccolo's first turn, so he still has 90% dodge. Yeah, see, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, Vegeta's key mechanic is not as bad as people make it out to be. So, I mean, now, we go from we can't get Goku his key, to now we can get Goku his key, right? And then also, we can get Vegeta. I'm just going to go for the 23 key. I suppose, technically, I could have gone for the 2 int key spheres, got him to 24, like, I feel like the key support from Vegeta is very powerful. It really is. It's really Goku's active that I see the issue with. I mean, it does a hell of a lot more damage, of course, but he does not need guaranteed crit on it. It just he's already, for the most part, once you're getting to the point where you're using the active, that's the thing. Once you get to the point where you can use the active, he's already critting most of the time, so it's like I think it was kind of a useless effect. I guess the idea behind it was to help get the EX Super, but, at that point, I'd just say, literally, honestly, even this would have been actually a really good change. Why not both of their actives? Give them guaranteed EX Supers for the turn. Right? Like, I feel like, I don't know, maybe for Vegeta that would have been too strong, but I feel like that would have been a really nice effect if all of their attacks are guaranteed EX Supers. Well, not all of them, but rather, Goku gets his one guaranteed, and then Vegeta can get however many 12 key attacks he launches as guaranteed EX Supers. But once again, it does seem to me also, I feel like a lot of people aren't really sort of valuing this. It does seem to me that the devs really don't want to push another wave of power creep yet again. These characters do seem relatively in line, to me at least, with the level of power that all the other characters, the top characters in the game, currently have. And I'm satisfied with that. Can you fuck, dude? Not one EX Super? Am I crazy? Dude. Vegeta! Come on, man! That's so unfortunate. Okay, so Vegeta here, we're at 400k. What I'm gonna do, we're gonna do this. So let me, just to be safe here, we're gonna use Mini 4Q active. It's not gonna kill Rose. What I'm really hoping to see here, and I don't know, but I want that attack. I really want that attack to be... I probably should have shown his defense after the active 2. So we only get one super this turn. Fuck, man! I can never... Rose just will not super this guy. Still, though, even though I haven't gotten hit by a Rose Super, like, Vegeta's been perfectly fine. The only person who's caused me to die the entirety through this has been Piccolo. I don't know. This is kind of getting a little long, though, so it's just... I really want to show a turn of him just, like, eating that super, but there are other fights we could use, and especially, I feel like people would probably find it a lot more impressive, like, in Bio Broly. Just him sitting in slot 1 eating it, because he will. I feel like I'm definitely going to get it in Bio Broly, even if I have to wait after 6 attempts. But, at least with this one, we saw him as an effective slot 1. We saw, while it didn't save Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, we nearly were able to live because of Mini Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta's support. He was doing perfectly fine against even built-up Rose normals, which, as we know, can do pretty decent damage. So... And another thing, I feel like with this fight at least, so he already has type advantage on Rose, so this isn't like the cleanest example of like, the guard is insane now, so like I think I'm fine with not seeing the Rose Super hit him, but definitely in some of the other fights like Bio Broly, we're definitely going to, even like the Gammas, I'll make sure no matter what that shit hits him. Especially with the Gammas, so, there's no, like, block bullshit. So I'll definitely, and it's a bit of a longer fight, I'll definitely be able to get it there. But either way, I think we're probably going to end things here, then. I saw a decent bit from both of the, the LRs as well, now that I got their equips on them and such. I don't know, I feel like I'm liking Super Saiyan 4 Goku a bit more, but he's definitely more annoying. It feels... I don't know, it's weird, because it's like... I feel like I more often am getting his EX Supers, but when you don't get his EX Supers, it feels a lot more shitty, especially when you get the crit. So it's like, oh, I failed a 77% chance? Are you fucking kidding me? As opposed to Vegeta, I failed a 50%. Like, I mean, flip a coin right now. You're not gonna feel that shitty if you fail 1 hit. Now, if you fail 2, it's like, come on, man. But it's still, in line with the odds. Once you start getting to the 4th one, it's like, okay, this is some bullshit. Maybe the 3rd one, but with Vegeta, his EX Super being 50%, it feels, from a player experience perspective, a lot more reasonable, a lot more, like, fair. Goku's in hand with his key mechanic feels a lot more like, what are we doing here, man? Like, right? Like, I don't know. But either way, I'm pretty satisfied with how this went. We'll continue on next time. We'll go into the Tamagami 1 fight. We'll see how that goes. I did not have a good experience with that the first time around. But either way, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.